So Jess, now you've just joined QRA, and what's your role there?
Yeah, very new. Just 2 weeks today, actually. So I'm the new manager of flood risk management. There's a big program of work around flood studies and flood risk management stuff at the moment. LIDAR, a lot of community engagement type stuff. There's a big property level portal that we're building as well. So really busy time, and we've got about 12 months left before that money runs out. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us.
So your role is just managing the various projects. You've obviously got a few other people involved delivering that for you or working with you.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a change of pace. It's not necessarily hands on the tools, but the facilitation and the engagement with the industry, like what we're doing today and this week's really important to understand where the experts think the money needs to be going, and that's my job then to advocate for the industry, for the community, so we make sure we get the best bang for buck.
But over the years, like I first knew you when you were working with the Bureau of Meteorology, and you were technical in the sense that you were understanding the forecasting system, but you've always had good skills in communicating, and was that part of your role then?
Yeah, it's I'm a bit of a weirdo, I suppose. I do call myself a flood nerd, and very proudly a very proud flood nerd. Look, when I first started the bureau, I was on the tools, and that was my job as a graduate to really get embedded in it. So 2 or 3 years after I started, we were in the 2011 floods, and sort of thrust into the comms role because the people who were doing the forecasting didn't have the capacity to do it. And got a bit of a background in stage musicals and stuff when I was at high school. So I've never been afraid of getting up in front of people, and that's quite unique at the Bureau too, when you've got people that often aren't very naturally good communicators. So it's probably something I've grown into and something I really enjoy now.
And that technical skill, I suspect, is a great foundation for everything that you're doing now. But obviously the role is evolving, and so what in terms of looking forward to what you're doing, what do you think are the sorts of things that are going to help you really prosecute that well? Like, it sounds like you're facilitating
I think now I've become the Queensland director of the FMA. That's given me a profile which has really assisted to knock down a few barriers, I think. And I'm really proud of the FMA now, and I'm only a very, very, very small part of it. But I definitely think there's a real strong role for the FMA in Queensland in particular. There's no membership or representation north of about Rocky, west of Toowoomba. So it's only a very small part geographically of the state. So there's a huge opportunity to boost the membership. And I don't think there's a lot of representation from the tropics, and I think that's a context that we need to do. So I think FMA probably leads into how I'm going to facilitate better.
Well, we should have a talk, because I'm going to be up there in August, so maybe it's just something we could do anyway. Topic for another moment. So you can see, like, it's great always having these catch-ups because we actually find out what we've got in common. But early days at QRA, Jess, but what do you sense is going to give you satisfaction in this role?
Well, the biggest one, I think, is 202 projects worth about $31 million of work that councils are in the midst of delivering it as we speak. In terms of satisfaction, if we can get them all done by the end of June next year, that will feel very satisfying, I think. So that's one we can definitely hang a hat on. But look, just generally, just knowing that because I think the QRA are a great tool for the industry to use. It just needs to have the right direction, and that's what I'm hoping to drive. Yeah.
Fantastic.